KTMCS. Today I have a video for you guys on the TACAMO Tornado, a conversion kit and a marker. The Tornado is a conversion kit for a tip and X-Men class to turn your marker into a mag fed. There's so many options to go with. You can turn this marker into an AK-47 platform like this, wood handguard, wood buttstock, and give that authentic AK-47 look. Of course, you can also upgrade to this AK-12 version as well. We built this to upgrade your X-Men Classic into a modern version of the AK-12. You can see that there's a folding buttstock right here, air inside the buttstock, and you're able to go close quarter at the same time, get you the full rifle. All right, guys, let's get started on the R&R of this marker. So we're doing a 2-in-1 here. I'm gonna start with the full marker first, and then what I'm gonna do is gonna show you what a conversion kit looks like. That way, if you need to make your X-Men Classic R&R, you can do it, or you can convert your marker and you can still do it at the same time. All right, first things first, of course, you're gonna have to take some part off. You got your sight right here, 2 screws, pop that open, and you get your part there. The front, use this push pin, you pull it out. Some of them are pretty tight, so use a screwdriver, push it down, pull out of the way, up it goes, pull your handguard off, barrel. All right, and the back right here, be careful when you take the back off. It's in a spring tension, so when you do pop it out, it will go flying. Yeah, a little bit tight there. Hold your finger back on the cap and then let it go slowly. And you can see your spring, and then you can see the spring guide there. And here you can take this pin off and take the trigger frame off. All right. Now it's off. This right here, this valve part of it here, you can take on the X-Men Classic. There is a tombstone push pin. On our version, we're using this screw for it, and you can pull your entire tombstone assembly out of the way. All right, now we're gonna take the whole assembly off. Here, just unscrew them all. Keep in mind the screws, there are different length on the screws, so when you do remove, disassemble your marker, make sure to pay attention which screw it is, where it's located. If not, watch the video and you'll to see which screw, where they belong. I will show you in detail which one they are. All right, take that out. Here is the body assembly. We're gonna go with, kind of show you guys how it looks like inside. And keep in mind, we're gonna show you a little bit later on the latch. Let's show you right now. Here's the latch. This is how it looks like. Ultimately, right there. And this is the latch pin that goes right there. All right, so we're gonna take this part assembly off here, so you show you what component you'll be getting when you get your conversion kit. Barrel adapter here, tight there. All right, so when you get your conversion kit, these are the components it comes with. You get your left body. All right, you get your right body. You get your charging handle, and you get your latch assembly, and of course the new shape projectile bolt. And these are the screw for it. You can see there, there's 2 mid-length screws that go right here. You get the longest screw that goes right here. You get the 2 kind of medium body screws that go on the top right here. And the shortest one goes right there. So we'll provide for you these 3 screws right here, and 3 screws on the bottom, 1 short on the top. The top 2, you can use any of the body screws that you have on your X7, and the latch assembly, and then your latch. This screw doesn't come with. So this is all the component when you've received your X7 Classic conversion kit. So before you do installation, you have to punch out the body slot right here. You can see that there's a slot right there. That is where your charging handle go, right there. So you have to punch it out using any of the screwdriver that you have. I'm gonna show you real quick how easy to do. Just use a screwdriver, go to the body right here. It's gonna go right, break right off. The material is very light and soft. Alright, you can see that I punched most of this out already. You can see a nice beautiful slot right here. This is a real remnant piece, you can just throw it away. We can see the slot. Once you've done that, you have to use a file and file all the rough edges off, make sure it's nice and smooth, to a point where you're able to stick your charging handle in and it's moving back and forth. That's one area. And next one, you have to punch at the bottom. You see the bottom right here, there's material as well. You have to punch it using, right here, there's some material I'm gonna hit. Just use any of your mallet, just kind of break it off. It comes right off. And then again, all the rough edges right here, you just kind of get a file and file nice and smooth. And it should be come out something like this right here. So when you are doing your braided hose version, this is what you do. Or you can do what we did here. If you want to kind of not give it too much of an area, you can drill a little hole and then run your air line through. It's a little bit more difficult to assemble. However, it looks better if you do it this way. If you're doing internal air, where you run the air inside the body like we have here, you can also leave, you don't have to punch out, leave it alone, and you can run your air line, your pipe right through the body, not having to break that off, do the breakaway there. But you always have to on your charging handle. Right, and the reason why we did this is because there's gonna be a right-hand version charging handle that's coming out. That way you can choose either left side, right side. For now, as you do conversion kit, your current marker is already a left side. That's what we stick with, but we do provide you a new charging handle that has that option for you. All right, the last thing we're gonna talk about is gonna talk about assemble and what included. This is the new shape projectile bolt that come included with your kit. You will need to install this bolt. This bolt will make it shoot a lot better. You can shoot round paintball or shape projectile. It does both. If you put your original bolt in there, it may not work well because the body is designed for with the new bolt. All right, let's put this together and you can see how we're assembling this. One thing to note though, if you have original body, you have to transfer the body seal right here for the valve. We don't use it because our valve doesn't require that little hole. There's a little hole for the blowback, for the cyclone and response trigger. If you use this, you drill a hole and you put it in. If not, then we don't have it. Therefore, you don't have to put that O-ring there. And of course, your body plug, which is plug and play, transfer component over. Barrel nut, it's going in. When you put it in, center it out right in the middle there. You can look right through it. There's a little slot right in the middle. You just put in the center right here, put it in your body. Right there. That's the first component you put in. And then put in your valve, put in a new bolt, drop it in there. That's it. And then put back your body tent. Make sure you go the right direction. I've seen a lot of people putting backwards. And of course, it doesn't shoot well. Or not working at all. All right, you have your new charging handle here. I'm sorry, your standard charging handle. Yeah, new charging handle. You put it in, and it goes right in the slot right there. Then you put back your linkage arm along with your bolt, your hammer. Stick it in, align it together. All right, that's pretty much nothing to it. Slide it forward. Now, all we have to do now is we put the body on. Okay. There we go. Make sure it's nice and in there. And you can just secure your screws. Just put it in so that way nothing's fall apart. Loosen it up. All right. Put your screw back on. Just kind of finger it, tight it in so the body doesn't come apart, but you don't want to tighten everything in yet until you have everything in place. All right, next I'm going to do, we're talking about the latch. So the latch goes like this right here and it slides into this little slot right there. Okay. Of course, the taper side up, that way the magazine can go in. If you put it backward, all you have to do is just kind of undo it, but nothing to it. The fork goes in like so. And when you freshly install, kind of tight, so kind of put it in there, and then kind of look on the side through this hole to make sure that all the parts are aligned, and then put your pin in. The pin is made out of metal and shows this body. If you want to keep this pin in nice and tight, put a little dab of glue, it will stay there. If not, get a little punch an edge a little bit, create a little mushroom so the pin doesn't fall out. Initial installation will be nice and tight, but if you take it out a few times, of course, it will wear out and the pin will kind of fall out. Again, drop a little glue there, or get a punch a little edge, get a stick in there. Next, you're gonna do is gonna put in your tombstone, okay? Push it all the way up and put in your body screw for the tombstone. Okay, once you have this screw on, you can go ahead and secure the rest of the body screw down. That's pretty much it, and the last two in the front, nice and tight. All right, now we just put back our trigger frame. Something is not shifted here. All right, and put the front pin. The front pin is gonna be the medium length. All right, now the back, we're gonna put the spring and the spring guide in, and put the cover back on here. The top pin gonna be the short one. The bottom pin gonna be the medium length one. All right, the front, we have your shroud here. Goes in, and of course you have your 2-pin. Sometimes it is a little bit tight. You do get a little mallet and just hit it in. Depends on the pin, depends on the strength of the spring of the pin. So some are a little bit stronger than the other. And then finally, you have your rear sight, if you have one. It's always the last piece that gives you a little bit of a alignment. All right, guys, this is your completed AK-12 assembly. Nothing to it, really simple to remove and reassemble. Let's go out there and do some shooting. All right, guys, let's do some shot with this marker that we just put back together. So the magazine is a little bit different. You rock it back like AK, come back to it, it locks in place. Unlike the other markers or the TACAMO that you deal with, it goes straight up. This one goes in and come back. All right, let's do some shot with the loaded magazine. Here goes. Goes in, back and back. It shoots beautifully. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully I see you guys out there.
Modern combat sports.